We already know how to create a variable in JavaScript. We use the var keyword, we provide a name, and then we use the equal operator, and then we assign a value. Could be a string, a number, an array, or an expression, right? There are actually two additional ways to create a variable in JavaScript. That's using the let keyword and the const keyword. So just to give you a quick demonstration, this is the function over here, and inside the function, I've created a variable v with a value of 1, and I'm trying to print that on line number 4 as well as on line number 9. Now if I refresh over here, you see the line number 4 printed out, but line number 9 did not. It shows an error. It says that v is not defined. So we know that any variable that is created inside a function is not accessible outside, right? We have known that. So that leads us to believe that variables created with the var keyword are functional scoped. That means that they're limited to the function they are in. Now, if you use the let or the const keyword, those variables are actually limited to the block that they're defined in. So in our previous videos, we have looked at the for loops or the while loop or the do while loop. We have looked at the conditional statements, and they all have a block. You see the block over here? Anything from the curly braces starting and ending is inside a block. So any keyword that is created with the let keyword is going to be only in scope of the block that they are defined in. So to quickly show you a demonstration, I'm going to say if, and then over here I'm going to create, let's say I'm going to do if true, and create two variables, var v is equal to, let's say, value v, and then I'm going to do the same thing and then create two more. So I'm going to do let l is equal to value l, and then const c is equal to value c. So I'm going to do this and then simply console.log all three values, so v, comma, l, comma, c. All right, so see there are three variables created with the three different keywords. I'm going to print them on line number 6, which is inside this block of the if statement, and then also on line number 9, so they're actually outside the block. So I'm going to save and refresh, and you see the line number 6, all the values are printed because they are inside that block. But line number 9, it says L is not defined. So that since line number 9 is actually outside the block, that's why L gives us the error. Now if I was just printing V, it would print out. So I'm going to just do V and refresh, and you see V printed out because variables with var are accessible outside the block as well. As long as they are inside a function, they're going to remain in a function. So if I try L, we already know L got an error. I'm going to try C and refresh. And C also, the constant variable also, is only limited to the block they're in. That's pretty good. We already know the difference between var and let and const. But what is the difference between const and let keyword? So the difference is that any variable created with const can get a value once, but they cannot be reassigned a value. Let's come over here and let's say I'm going to try to reassign a value to v. I'm going to, let's say, call it 1. And then on L, I'm going to call it, let's say, 2. And then on C, I'm going to say, let's say, 3. And now I'm going to print these values one more time. Just remove this part, save, refresh, and you see we get an error over here. And the error is on line number 8 and says that assignment to the constant variable. So seems like it's on C, it doesn't mention it, but if I remove line number 8, save, refresh, you see the values are back in because the error was that we were trying to reassign a value to a constant variable. Const stands for constant. That means once a value is assigned, it cannot be reassigned. So those are the three ways to create variables in JavaScript. The var keyword has been around since the beginning, I believe, and let and const are introduced pretty recently. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to talk to you in the next.